beat you right home about it.
I'm going to put our special guest in the hot seat a little bit later on, but let me introduce you. When you talk about PSL royalty, this is who we're talking about, Coach Vusumuzi Vilakazi. Oh, Coach, welcome. I mean, you're on the other side now of the pitch. Not a coach, but now behind the mic. Somewhat a coach.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me. Gentlemen, how are you?
You good, Coach?
I'm good, sir.
Nice to see you.
Coach, it's incredible to have you here because right now the biggest talking conversation is the title chase. And you've done it twice with Golden Arrows. You've won it twice. You've won it with plenty of players who, I mean, now make up majority of the current Golden Arrow squad as well. I mean, what does it take, Coach, to win DDC? I mean, once is tough, but twice, woo, Coach.
Very, very difficult. Winning it once is very difficult, and winning it the second time, it's more difficult as well. So I think with the group that I had at that particular time, when it was still called MTC, I think I had good players. But obviously, the secret with this thing, if you want to win it, you just need to stick to the principles of football. Just try to implement them correctly. So I think they did very well. I had my players, about 60%, who are now playing in the first team, which is an achievement.
Coach, this was the time where you won it. I mean, does this bring back memories for you just looking at those visuals?
It does. There was a lot of pressure there. I still remember we were playing this side and Mamelodi Sundowns were playing on the other side, and they were winning about 5-0 while we were struggling to get a goal. But we've managed with Busi doing the things for us, and I think it was a happy moment for us.
For you, what lessons can you give the coaches, because they are going to the final stage? I mean, going to the podium like that, it's overwhelming for these youngsters. But as a coach, what lessons can these current coaches from Kaizer Chiefs and also Evangelos from Stellenbosch, can you give them the secret to the final third?
I think obviously they must look at the bigger picture in terms of wanting to win the championship. But the basic thing is to make sure that you stick to the principles of football, because once you do that, you find yourself automatically doing well or campaigning for a championship. So it's all about focusing on the principles, because sometimes we focus on the winning, but you find that the basics are not up to par. So when you have players in the PSL now, he can't hit the ball, the reception is not as bad. It is because the focus was not there in the basics, but we are focusing on getting the results.
Yeah, well said, Mbali.
Yeah, I mean, when you also look at just the players, Ababuye Zandleni Zakho, Coach, and just looking at how far they've come, and they're just doing the most right now in the PSL. I mean, do you look back and realize just the value that DDC has brought into your coaching career as well as these players?
Definitely, there's great moments. I will mention one player, which is Upodlela at Orlando Pirates. I still remember when I was talking to the chairlady, and I was saying to the chairlady, I want this player, I want to sign this player. Yeah. But unfortunately, he was with the MUT. They never wanted to release him to Golden Arrows to come and play because he was on scholarship. But when I spoke to the chairlady, then she agreed that no, let's pay for his fees, and then so he can be able to play for us. And once you see a player playing for Orlando Pirates today, those are great moments, and I will always cherish them.
Coach, the visuals that we just saw was the second time you won it. How different was the pressure now having to repeat from 2016?
I think maybe another thing that I should mention is that when I started coaching MTC, I never wanted to be a coach. That's number one.
Oh.
I was forced into this thing. Umato said, no, you played football, go and do this thing. And I think because I had no pressure, but after winning it the first time, that's why I saw that maybe I've got the potential, maybe I need to put a serious attention into this, and then try to do well and try to further my studies in terms of achieving those badges. And when we won it the second time, that's where I concluded that, no, I'm a good coach.
Fabian Anlefigizolo was part of that squad. Now he's the coach.
Look, you're talking about 10 years. We celebrate everything. The coach has produced players. The coach has 2 titles behind him. Coach, how does it feel if you take a player from the first team and then you bring him back to play in the Diski team once the momentum of the team is solid? How do you adjust that, the mentality of those type of players?
I think it's a very difficult situation, I must be honest. And it's something that is normal because once you see yourself as a player that has been promoted and then next week they tell you that go back and play in the MTC, you are psychologically affected. But that's where we need to have the strong characters in terms of making sure that mentally the toughness is ready, because you can play in the MTC next week, but also they can also call you to the first team. So that's where we need to play our part as coaches in terms of the psychological aspect.
No need to ride home about it.